The body needs to run at normal speed, not this inhibited speed all slowed down. But what can the body do? It cannot remove the benzo from the system. The only choice the body has to maintain a regular speed is to do two things. It can turn off its own GABA receptors, thereby rendering those benzos unable to affect the GABA in the system, and it can grow more excitatory glutamate receptors to counteract the slowdown, and that's kind of exactly what happens. Only this isn't true balance either. The body does the best it can, but over time things begin to suffer. The body cannot make enough serotonin in this state or dopamine. Some things get made in excess, and other things do not get made enough. During this time, a person may not be aware this is all going on. He may not be able to perceive any difference, but one day the person may wake up sad or not sleeping well, or unable to remember things fully, or his vision doesn't look right, and it becomes apparent the person has hit tolerance. The body is taking the same amount of drug, but try as it might, it just cannot overcome what has occurred. It can take weeks, months, or years to hit tolerance. Some people do and some don't. Before to get off benzos. I did, and it took me 9 months to hit tolerance, but it was fast. Once I hit it, I could not sleep more than 6 hours on all that Klonopin and Ambien. I couldn't remember things last week. I was crying all the time. Something was wrong. The process to reverse this takes a while. GABA receptors have to upregulate and effectively reopen or grow back. Glutamate receptors must downregulate or effectively turn off or prune back. And in this mix, all the smaller monoamines, neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine must somehow find a way to synthesize in the mix. Through weeks and months, the body is rebuilding millions of neurons and changing pathways, rebuilding GABA, downregulating glutamate, rebuilding serotonin, rebuilding dopamine, rebuilding norepinephrine. And all the enzymes and hormones that need to be made are attempting to be made while this is going on. Basically, you have a building where all the major steel structures are to be rebuilt at different times while people are coming and going in the building and attempting to work. It would be like if the World Trade Center towers hadn't completely fallen but had crumbled inside in different places. Imagine if you were to rebuild the tower while people were coming and going to work in the building. You'd have to set up a temporary elevator, but when you need to fix part of that area, you'd have to tear down that elevator and set up a temporary elevator somewhere else, and so on. You have to build, work around, and then tear down, and then build again, and then work around, and then build. All the while people are coming and going, all while the furniture is being replaced, all while the walls are getting repainted, all while this is going on inside the building. No doubt it would be chaotic. This is exactly what is happening with windows and waves. The windows are where their body has got it right for a day or so, and then the building shifts and the brain works on something else, and it's chaos again. Well, another temporary pathway is set up to reroute function until repairs are made. And just like the Twin Towers, it's possible, but the building is a major effort and it takes a good year or more sometimes. Now look at the new tower that stands at ground zero. It's taller and a symbol of freedom, just like you will be. Okay, what is happening in that chaos? What parts of the brain are responsible for these symptoms? Now, I don't know the following based on research because not enough research has been done yet, but based on my studies in neuroanatomy and my own withdrawal experiences, here's how I have analyzed what is happening during wave symptoms. Remember, I've had to look at radiology reports of brain damage and estimate what a patient might present with, so this is very similar. Instead of a radiology report showing me what has been damaged, I'm using my own brain symptoms to summarize what's going on. Let me first list brain structures and their functions. This will help you understand where things happen in the brain and when symptoms occur, what might be happening.